The rain hammered against the windows of my small Seattle apartment, mirroring the tempest inside me. Barnaby, a 43-year-old software developer, stared blankly at the screen, lines of code blurring into meaningless symbols. Just a week ago, life had been, well, not perfect, but comfortable. I had a good job, a cozy home, and a wife, Isolde, whom I loved deeply. We'd been married for 15 years, a testament, I thought, to our enduring commitment. Isolde worked as a marketing manager for a large corporation downtown. She was ambitious, driven, and always impeccably dressed. I admired her strength, her unwavering focus. Lately, though, I'd noticed a change. She was distant, preoccupied, often working late. I chalked it up to a demanding project, something she'd mentioned vaguely over dinner. I trusted her implicitly. Trust, I would soon learn, was a luxury I could no longer afford. The first crack appeared subtly, a tiny fissure in the foundation of our marriage. Isolde had left her laptop open on the kitchen counter. I wasn't snooping, I swear. I was simply reaching for a coffee mug when a notification popped up, an email from someone named Kendrick. The subject line was "Tonight." Curiosity, that insidious little devil, got the better of me. I clicked on it. The email was short, but its impact was seismic. "Can't wait to see you tonight, darling. The hotel is booked. Room 302, be there by 8. My heart slammed against my ribs, a frantic bird trapped in a cage. I reread the email, hoping I'd misread it, that it was some kind of sick joke. But the cold, hard reality stared back at me. Isolde was having an affair. I felt a wave of nausea wash over me. The room spun. My hands trembled so violently I could barely hold the laptop. I closed it, my mind reeling. Kendrick. Who the hell was Kendrick? I racked my brain, trying to recall if Isolde had ever mentioned the name. Nothing. He was a ghost, a phantom lurking in the shadows of my marriage. I spent the next few days in a daze, going through the motions of life while a silent scream raged inside me. I couldn't eat, couldn't sleep. Every time I looked at Isolde, I saw the email, the hotel room, the betrayal etched on her face. I wanted to confront her, to unleash my fury, but something held me back. I needed proof, concrete evidence to shatter her inevitable denials. So I became a spy in my own home. I checked Isolde's phone when she was in the shower, scrolling through her call logs and text messages. I found nothing. She was careful, meticulous. She'd erased everything, but I knew the truth. It was there, a festering wound beneath the surface. Then I remembered the company credit card statements. Isolde used it for everything, from groceries to gas. I logged into the online account, my fingers trembling as I navigated to the recent transactions. And there it was, a charge for the Grand Majestic Hotel on the date of the email, room service, a spa treatment. The evidence was undeniable. I printed out the statement, my hands shaking. This was it, the moment of truth. I waited for Isolde to come home from work, my heart pounding in my chest. When she walked through the door, smiling and radiant, I felt a surge of hatred so intense it almost choked me. "Hey, honey," she said, kissing me on the cheek. "How was your day?" I said nothing, simply handed her the credit card statement. She looked at it, her smile faltering. Her eyes widened as she took in the details. The color drained from her face. "Barnaby," she stammered, her voice barely a whisper. "Don't," I said, my voice cold and hard. "Don't even try to lie to me. I know everything." The dam broke. Isolde confessed everything, sobbing and pleading for forgiveness. Kendrick was a colleague, a vice president at her company. They'd been having an affair for 6 months. She claimed it was a mistake, a moment of weakness. She said she loved me, that she wanted to make things right. I listened in silence, my heart a cold, empty void. Her words were meaningless, hollow promises that rang false in my ears. The woman I loved, the woman I thought I knew, had betrayed me in the most profound way imaginable. "I want you to leave," I said, my voice devoid of emotion. "Get out of my house." Isolde begged me to reconsider, to give her another chance, but I was resolute. The trust was gone, shattered beyond repair. There was no going back. She left that night, packing a suitcase filled with clothes and shattered dreams. I watched her go, feeling nothing but a profound sense of emptiness. The house felt cavernous, silent. I was alone. The divorce was swift and brutal. Isolde tried to fight for alimony, claiming I was being unreasonable. But I had the evidence, the credit card statements, the emails. The judge ruled in my favor. She got nothing. After the divorce, I spiraled into a deep depression. I couldn't work, couldn't eat, couldn't sleep. I spent my days staring at the walls, replaying the events in my head, trying to understand what had gone wrong. My friends tried to help, urging me to get out to meet new people. But I was too broken, too wounded to even consider it. I felt like a shell of my former self, a ghost haunting the ruins of my past. One day I received a phone call from an unknown number. I hesitated before answering it, my heart filled with dread. "Hello," I said, my voice barely audible. "Is this Barnaby?" a woman's voice asked. "Yes, who is this? My name is Serafina. I am Kendrick's wife." My blood ran cold. Kendrick's wife? What did she want? "I know about the affair," she said, her voice trembling. "Isolde told me everything." I was silent, stunned by her revelation. "I'm so sorry," Serafina continued. "I had no idea. He's a serial cheater. He's done this before." We talked for hours that day, sharing our stories of betrayal and heartbreak. Serafina was a kind, intelligent woman, a victim just like me. We found solace in our shared pain, a sense of camaraderie in the face of unimaginable loss. Over the next few months, Serafina and I became close friends. We met for coffee, went for walks, shared our hopes and fears. We discovered that we had a lot in common, a shared love of art, music, and literature. One day, Serafina suggested that we take a trip to Paris. "A fresh start," she said. "A chance to leave the past behind." I hesitated at first, unsure if I was ready to move on. But Serafina was persistent, and eventually I agreed. Paris was magical. We walked along the Seine, visited the Louvre, and ate delicious food. We laughed, we cried, and we began to heal. One evening, as we were sitting at a cafe, watching the sunset over the Eiffel Tower, Serafina took my hand. "Barnaby," she said, her eyes shining, "I think I'm falling in love with you." I looked at her, my heart filled with a warmth I hadn't felt in years. Serafina was beautiful, inside and out. She was kind, compassionate, and understanding. She had seen me at my worst and still loved me. "I think I'm falling in love with you too," I said, my voice trembling with emotion. We kissed, a long, tender kiss that sealed our fate. We were two broken souls who had found solace in each other's arms. We returned to Seattle a few weeks later, hand in hand, ready to start a new life together. We bought a small house in the suburbs, a place where we could build a future filled with love and happiness. As for Isolde, I never saw her again. I heard through mutual friends that she had moved to another city, trying to rebuild her life. I wish her no ill will. I simply hope that she has learned from her mistakes and that she finds happiness someday. I found my own happiness with Serafina by my side. We are married now and we have two beautiful children. I am grateful for the love and support that she has given me. She is my rock, my anchor, my everything. The rain still falls in Seattle, but it no longer fills me with dread. It is a reminder of the past, a reminder of the pain I endured. But it is also a reminder of the strength I found within myself, the resilience that allowed me to overcome adversity and find love again. And that, my friend, is my story. A story of betrayal, heartbreak, and ultimately redemption. A story that proves that even in the darkest of times, hope can still bloom. Never give up on love, never give up on yourself, because you never know what the future holds. You might just find your own Serafina waiting around the corner. Remember, even after the storm, the sun will always shine again.